What's up, kayak anglers? Gregory here with Jackson Kayak, and today I'm going to show off the new Coosa HD. I'm really stoked about this boat. We designed it to be still river friendly, but also, work really well in the flat water. Good tracking and even more stability than the original Coosa. So, a little bit bigger guy can get in this boat and feel really comfortable for standing and fishing. I'm going to start walking through this boat from the bow to the stern. So, hey, why wait any longer? Let's get started. What I always stress to kayak anglers to look at first on every kayak actually is, the way it cuts through the water and the hull of the kayak. Because everything else on the top, is really just a distraction in trying to catch the angler, okay? Now, we'll get to the hull later, so definitely pay attention to that part. But as I walk you through the boat from the bow to the stern, I want to really actually talk about this parting line at the front and how the Coosa HD still has that bulbous front that's going to help those anglers that fish rivers with class 2 and 3 rapids. It's still going to kind of go over those waves and keep you safe in those environments, but it's cutting a little bit sharper here and has a little bit less rocker so that, flat water, when you do fish those rivers or inshore fisheries or wherever, and it's calm, it's going to track a lot better. And of course, we'll get to the high-low seat that has adjustable positions for trim later, but whenever you trim that boat, that's also going to help determine how well it works in the particular water environment you're fishing that day. At Jackson Kayak, we're always about making features on our kayaks that solve problems. And throughout this entire boat, you'll notice even little teeny small things, you may not know what they're for, we're going to get to that, but they always solve a problem. And on the front here, this is a little interesting feature. It looks pretty cool aesthetically, but this actually serves a purpose here on the bow. And what this is actually, if you put your rod butt against it, as you're in your seat, you'll notice where the rod tip is right now. The rod tip is right above you. You can untangle, any tangle. Sometimes you might get two rods, caught up on each other, and you got to get to that rod tip. Without this rod stop here, your rods will end up just falling down into the water, and that's no good. Also in the front, we've got the nice, sturdy, and solid grab handle for easy transport. And now let's talk about the rod tip protectors that I like to call the rod tusks. Everybody knows one of the biggest advantages to kayak fishing is you get into those real tight places that other boats can't get to. Whether you're in a lake, in the mangroves, a pond, it doesn't matter, river with class 2, 3 rapids, you're gonna need a rod tip protection, item just like this on the boat. So with the rod tusks, you just slide it right in there, and there you go. So as you paddle around, those rod tips aren't gonna get broken, they're nice and protected. I love it. You'll continue to notice a lot of the cool features that you loved about the original Coosa on the Coosa HD, and that includes the large front storage hatch. One of my favorite features for when I go camping and exploring those really cool wild waters that are way far out there and you have to camp to get there. You can fit so many things down here, tents, sleeping bags, all kinds of gear. So that's what the front hatch is really for. And of course, whenever you're out there fishing, it's smart definitely to carry an extra set of clothes, and it's a good spot to put those in a dry bag right in here. You can even stick rods and reels down in here. Just be real careful sticking them in there, but they'll go all the way down, even long ones. So another positive feature of the front hatch. And we've even got a cool bungee system here to just bungee whatever else you may need access to, and a little bit of a recess here for what we call the paddle scoop. Again, we're all about solving problems at Jackson Kayak, and this solves a problem. When you're fighting that fish, you need something to do with your paddle so it doesn't float away or fall off your lap. What I like to do is take one hand while I'm fighting that fish and just slide it right underneath there. It lays to the side of me, and now I can land a fish on either side and my paddle doesn't get in the way. You'll also notice a lot of items on this kayak that don't necessarily come with the Coosa HD, but we've partnered with other brands to help make the product better for you as a whole. And right here we've got one of those. It's the Goal Zero Nomad 7 solar panel, and it's really simple. You just click with the provided Goal Zero carabiners. Boom, it's in there. A couple clips, and that's it. And now you can charge your GoPro, you could charge your cell phone, whatever you would need with just this small solar panel right here, and you can still use the paddle scoop, which is what's great about it. I'm really a big fan of the easy to use, simple Jackson Kayak pull tabs that help secure a lot of the features on the Coosa HD. And of course, the front hatch is lockable, as well as the rear hatch, just like the original Coosa HD. And that is the front hatch. Like you'll see on all the Jackson Kayaks, we've got rod stagers on either side. And that's a little bit different than the rod tip protection, because this is where you're gonna place a rod so it doesn't slide all over into other rods, and just for quick, easy access. You're picking up a cast, making a few in a blowdown or a fallen tree with one certain bait, and then picking up a different lure for another, 3 or 4 casts, just back and forth, bang, bang, bang. So it's almost like a holster for your rod. Of course, we all love to share our fishing adventures out there, our photos and videos. So Jackson Kayak, just like all the other models, the Coosa HD comes GoPro ready. You can just slide the GoPro mount right in and you can adjust it. If I'm standing up, I tilt it up like this. If I'm sitting down, I do this. And I can even take, one of their gooseneck mounts, put it on, and now I can get even cooler angles, adjusting it out, turn it around forward to see what's going on in this direction. Maybe go this direction, get the Coosa HD logo in there. That'd be cool. Anyway, point is, you can now film that much easier. It's really hard to figure out which feature is my favorite on the Coosa HD, but if I had to pick one, it may just be the Coosa console, or lack thereof, because you can remove this entire thing off if you want a completely open deck. It's really good for fly fishing, or if you have a child, a small child or a dog or whatever, or just like to be able to move around a little bit freer in your kayak when you're standing. You'll notice you just simply lift up the tab, and underneath you've got all kinds of cool stuff. We've got a battery here for the fish finder. It's hidden, okay? So it's all the wires, everything's neat and clean from my Raymarine. I love the fact that the transducer scupper hole is actually right here underneath the Coosa console hidden. And you can go online at jacksonkayak.com or go to one of our dealers that possibly carries our transducer kit. And that's gonna help hold your transducer right up snug underneath in that scupper hole. And it fits all the most popular brands out there, and of course our Raymarine that we partner with. We also have this really slick line spooling station. It's one of my favorite features because I'm always changing line on the water or getting new leader, and it's just a hassle to try to fumble around and find those spools. But now it's all hidden underneath here, like the Coosa console, with actually these little tubes. You can stick the line out and they stay secure right there, and then you can, boom, just spool them right from your seat, super easy. So right now, the way the line spooling station is working, you'll see you've got several cylinders of foam that come with it, and you just keep removing those and add your spools where there's foam in between. And it's all about getting the right tension. You want them kind of loose in here, loose where if you pull one, the other one doesn't spin. And then another tip is to leave your rubber band or your casing on leader, for example, leave them there. And that way when you tuck your line underneath the bungee on the front side that holds it from sucking back in, watch this, just spool, and there you go. It just keeps coming off. However much you need, you can spool an entire reel or just grab leader, but either way, it's right there at your fingertips. Another similarity to the original Coosa is the day hatch right here. You can store, your wallet, cell phone, keys, any tackle you might need right in here. It's real simple. And the beauty of this entire Coosa console is the fact that you can drill through this. There's lots of flat area here to still mount plenty of other items, but of course you're never going into the actual boat. So again, that is the incredible Coosa console. One of the things we're really proud about at Jackson Kayak is the fact that our kayaks literally come out of the store, out of our dealer's shop, ready to fish on the water. And part of that is, including rod holders. Right here we have the Ram Tube Junior, and it comes with the 2007 model as well. So it's real simple. The Ram Tube Junior I love because it can hold a bait caster really well. It can hold a spinning reel. It can be used as a stakeout pole, staging point. And of course this one here, the 2007, will even hold a fly rod very easily. So the gear tracks by Yak Attack come included on the Coosa HD as well. There's plenty of them all over the kayak. And then you can just take the Yak Attack screwball here and take that part right off and move it wherever you want and customize the boat exactly how you want it and never have to drill into the kayak. So when you're looking to cut your line that you just got done spooling, or that leader, out of the line spooling station, look no further than the next partner that we've teamed up with, Buck Knives. They made this incredible tool called the Splizzers, and it's gonna come with your Coosa HD. It's really sweet because it's a scissor tool and cuts braid just like that, so easy. And it's pliers, as well as it's got a crimping tool here and a bottle opener, and of course a way to attach it. So it's a really cool tool. Go check it out, Buck Knives. And again, all these companies we partner with, USA made. Jackson Kayak has always been known for comfort, and look no further than an upgrade to the foot pegs on the entire Jackson Kayak fishing line for 2015. They're adjustable, back and forth as always, a little bit more padding on there, and I love these new foot pegs. Another comfort feature that you'll notice on the entire floorboard, this whole flat standing platform area, you're gonna see padding. It's super soft. You can, not wear shoes, but feel very comfortable standing on this. And it also, of course, silences any noises. Or if you drop a lure, you drop your rod butt, whatever, it's gonna silence it a lot more than was that not there, obviously. I just love having all of these Yak Attack gear tracks all over the boat, and especially here for the adjustment on the seat, because I can actually slide in just a simple, Yak Attack screwball and the Ram X grip, and I can put my phone right here in its life-proof case. It's waterproof. I can sit here and scroll around and look at satellite images, take phone calls, do whatever I have to do. I prefer not to take a phone call, but obviously sometimes you have to, and it's a good spot to put it right there. We've upgraded our seats for 2015 on all fishing kayaks, and this is what we call our Elite Seat 3.0. It's one of the features that folks really fell in love with Jackson, from the very beginning, and you can see it moves high, it moves low. It's got the Thermarest lumbar support. We've teamed up with them, another great American-made company that makes very comfortable products. Adjusting the seat is really simple. It's got 3 different low positions and 2 different high positions. You simply loosen up the strap right here, and I can go all the way forward. You're going to want to use this if, say, you're in flat water. It's going to track a little bit better. It's going to get that bow down more and that parting line just cutting in a little bit more. It holds you true with your paddles, and then you can move it further back into either one of the high positions. You got 2 right here. You've got the further back high position, and here you've got the forward high position. So again, it's fully customizable, and the further back you move it, obviously you have more space in the front, especially if you remove the Coosa console if you do have a dog or a child. And then you also, the further forward you move it, you got a lot more storage behind the seat. So again, it's all about options in the Jackson Kayak Coosa HD. And once you've got your desired seat position set for the day, you'll want to take the strap, the beginning of the strap over the back bar, and then come up through the hole right here on your seat into your connector piece, pull up really tight, and then just tuck it right underneath here, super nice and clean. It's out of your way, the excess strap, and there you go. That is how you secure your Elite Seat 3.0. There are a few more hidden features on the new Elite Seat 3.0. One of them is actually your Plano Box underneath the pocket. It's awesome. You can have your boxes right here, so it keeps them off of the water and off of the deck there. I really like that, especially in salt water when it might get in there. And then you can obviously put them right there on the side, nice and easy if you want to just have another set right there. So plenty of options for your tackle. I love to use the underside pocket as sort of a rod butt stager for when I'm seated and fishing. It's real simple. The rod butts go right in there. You can pull them right out easily, push them right back in, or you could use this pocket to hide, other tools you may need handy. So fish grip, there it goes. As fishermen, we love gear, we love tackle, and if you haven't noticed yet, this boat has plenty of room for everything, literally, except for probably the kitchen sink. And this right here on the back of the seat is just one of those spots. You've got the Jackson Kayak Bag. You can put your, I like to put soft plastics there. Here I got my Z-Man bait. Whatever you want to put back there. Sometimes I put like a little small windbreaker or whatever. Moving back behind the seat, you'll notice, again, tons of Yak Attack gear tracks, so you can customize your boat how you want it. I like to take my Yak Attack VisiCarbon Pro flag and just screw it in right here. It's a good spot for that. Keeps me safe out there in the water. You can also take the bungee and loosen up these little bungee secure features here. Slide them back if you don't want any bungee on your tank well, or you could rearrange them in any position you need to secure any item you may have, whether it's a J crate, J cooler, your Orion cooler, whatever you could throw back here. And if for some reason you don't want them, pull them all off, put a dog back there. It's just completely customizable to make the tank well how you want it. You'll also notice we've got the flush mount rod holders here, and they're laid back a little bit further, and that's going to help you get underneath branches and limbs, places like that you'll take the Coosa HD. The Coosa HD is still a river-friendly boat, just like the original Coosa. So on the handle, we've got the drag chain feature here. Most people do choose to use a retractable dog leash. There's lots of other ways you can connect it, but if you do use a dog leash like this, then we've got the proper inset on the boat where it fits perfectly. And now you can use the bungees that are also used for your rod butt stagers. You can wrap it simply right around here and connect it so you don't have to use a zip tie. Just latch it right on like that. It holds in nice and secure, and you can control that from your seat. On the side, we have the bungees that will secure your rod butts that correspond to the rod stagers up front. So it's simple. You just hook them right across. You use the Jackson Kayak tabs here, and there you go. You can also use those bungees to secure your paddle to the kayak as well. The Coosa HD comes with the Yak Attack Boomstick. It's actually a pole mount for a GoPro. You can really capture those images so much easier with this because it's fully adjustable. I can loosen this to any angle, up and down, and it works just off a ram base. You can put other ram products here too. You can pop this loose, and then I can move it to any other angle I want, you know, left, right, whatever. Or I can even pop this part off here and use this in a flush mount. Really simple. Now I got a real, you know, real secure, stable shot coming right along the flush mount. So again, that's the Boomstick from Yak Attack, comes with the Coosa HD. Here we'll notice the rear hatch, just like the original Coosa. One difference in all the hatches, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this yet, is that they have a new hinging system, and it's, you know, really nice and solid and secure. You can see this thing just hinges right up, boom, and of course they're lockable. So that's the rear hatch. Just like other Jackson kayaks, like the big rig, the Coosa HD comes, you know, power pole micro anchor ready. So what that basically means, there's a spot here designed just for the micro anchor, which is very helpful, especially in your flat water situations or slow moving rivers. All it's going to take is a couple, you know, screws, and we have the inserts already in place for you, and boom, you got a very secure and easy way to add this very, very important product for fishing those kind of waters. So now I've got the boat flipped over. We're going to look at the hull of the kayak, which is the underside. And this is what really gets me excited. This is what should get you excited, because this is pretty much just saying, is this a boat that's going to work for you or not? You know, you may be a fisherman that fishes a lot of really big water and you need a lot of speed and you don't need to stand. Well, quite frankly, this isn't the boat for you. Maybe the new Kraken would be the boat. And this is going to explain that. So the hull of this kayak is pretty much, it's sort of, you know, one of the best boats we have for do it all water types. But it still is focused a little bit and leans on that river side, but then also is okay in lakes and inshore situations like that. And pretty much, if you could only get one boat and you couldn't get a fleet, this would be a good choice to look into, especially if you're looking to stand. You know, as I look down, you know, from the bow coming all the way back, I can really tell how and why this is going to be a good boat for, you know, many different water types. And you can see these, you know, the channels here that help the tracking. You got the transducer scupper, you know, right there in the middle, coming all the way down. This nice line is going to keep it tracking, you know, a little straighter than the original Coosa. And I'm just amazed at the team at Jackson Kayak, Tony Lee, and the entire, you know, design team. I'm just blown away by what they've done to this boat. It's so stable as well, but quick enough to get me where I need to go. So kudos to all of them. And then the final point here is the replaceable skid plate. That's going to protect your kayak. You'll notice it on pretty much every Jackson kayak, but the last part of the kayak to come off of a rock or somewhere, if someone picks it up and drags it, you know, you want to have a replaceable skid plate just like this to protect that keel. So I think you can see now why we're so excited about the Coosa HD at Jackson Kayak. If you need more information about this boat, go to jacksonkayak.com and you can learn all about, you know, the rest of the specs, the color options, pricing, and of course where to purchase this. We've got hundreds of dealers all over the country that have demos. You can go out there and test it before you buy it, and that's what I highly recommend, because I want you in the right boat. So for everyone at Jackson Kayaks, thanks again for watching. See ya.